I'm back. It's been a while. Here are 5 spiritual truths gathered in the meantime that I learned the hard way so you don't have to. You're welcome. Hi, I'm Anne-Katrin, and I'm still occasionally awake. I'm here to help you inspire your awakenings, heal yourself, and reawaken your life. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. To be honest, I spent some time with trial and error. Followed the nudges of inspiration, manifested some amazing stuff, called myself out on some BS, and took detours in the right direction, as Gabby Bernstein would say. What I also did was learn a lot about the intricacies of manifesting, and I already hinted at it in another video. That is definitely going to be one of the pillars of this channel moving forward. Number 1, growth isn't linear. It's okay to change your mind anytime, to take U-turns, detours, to type in a new destination in your navigational system, to pause and reflect, and occasionally to feel lost and alone on the journey. Sometimes personal growth might feel just as shitty as avoiding it. One reason might be that our ego identity values linearity, together with normalized definitions of success and happiness and what they're supposed to look like. Taking the path of personal growth and development means that at some point you're gonna have to ask the question, so what is my version of happiness? What is my version of success? What is my version of the life that I want to live? And even that individualized definition often isn't linear, often doesn't last for a lifetime. It still shifts, it still changes as our values and preferences evolve over the years and decades of our life experience. So the question, what's your version of happiness, is not a one-time question. We get to ask ourselves over and over and over again, and then hopefully adjust our experience of life to that updated definition. And also, growth can sometimes feel like a roller coaster, where you feel like you're taking the same loop thrice and it feels horrible and worse every single time. That's because we are growing through layers of deconditioning, integrating, rediscovering our true nature, more of ourselves. All of it's a lesson, and none of it's a test, as I've come to know. Once you understand that, growth doesn't need to be scary anymore, but simply maybe the most beautiful and creative mess that we get to experience in this life. Oh, that's the perfect place for a quote that I recently heard from Sonia Choquette, which is the advice to bless your mess. Blessing your growth means blessing a mess, because growth isn't linear. I'm so glad you're here. So if you enjoyed this, please make sure to like and subscribe to become occasionally awake with me. Number 2, patience is key. See, if you're trying to rush to the next level, you're possibly missing the point, the growth opportunity in this season of your life. Rushing means running from, avoiding. Integration, by contrast, leans into, curiously explores rather than avoiding. And that's the growth highway, the way of least resistance, the flow that actually speeds up your growth. The more patient you are, the faster you're gonna grow. That might look like a paradox at first sight, but really what it comes down to is our relationship with the now. Hustling through our spiritual evolution is an act of resistance that slows down time and space. Patience and presence in the now, by contrast, dissolve time and space, dissolve the illusion of time and space. Presence is what activates the things that we call quantum leaps, timeline jumps, awakenings. So please allow yourself to slow down. Grant yourself that presence, because that is where the magic happens. Number 3. Focus on what you want. Whoa, don't go anywhere. Sure, you've already heard this 100 times. We all did. The question is, are you actually living according to this principle on a daily basis? Look at your life, look at what's working, what's not working, look at your complaints about what's not working, and then tell me, how much did you really focus on the experience that you'd like to create instead? See, probably just called you out. I certainly called myself out on this. We are wired to focus on the gap between what we perceive to be true and what we would prefer to be true. Problem is, the gap in between focuses on the absence of that preference, on the reasons why we cannot have what we want. What you gotta understand is that that focus is the default mode of your attention until you make the conscious effort to recalibrate your attention, to align your focus with what you want instead, every single day. Number 4, state determines story. This has been the greatest shift in my perspective, hands down. This could change your life. The idea that state determines story goes back to a quote by clinician and polyvagal expert Deb Dana that goes, "Story follows state." What this means is that the state of our nervous system in the here and now determines the story, the narrative we tell ourselves about our lives. And that story, that narrative can shift according to the state we're in. It affects the memories we tune into. It affects our current perception. Your state is the glasses you wear with which you look at your reality. As you are wearing one pair of glasses, you literally cannot access the narrative, the story, the perception seen through the other pairs of glasses. That's essentially why endless complaining and feelings of helplessness and being stuck in problem mode cannot get you to the solution. And that's also why focusing on what you want from the perspective of what you don't want can feel so counterintuitive. So impossible to do without the right tools and the right mindset, that is, because there certainly is a way out, and I'm going to be talking a lot more about that. This was honestly my most important epiphany this year. I didn't learn it this year, I knew it before, but this year I started to embody a new level of understanding that I'm so excited about. And I'm going to share more with you so you can profit from that too. Until you can shift your state in an instant. Number 5. There are no obstacles. Not really. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Quote by Gabby Bernstein. And as long as you are tuned into your intuition, the new path in the right direction is going to feel easy, aligned, creative. Sometimes the only obstacle might be our ego's hesitation to take the route less traveled. The path with no guarantees, with no one cheering you on, possibly even with people questioning and ridiculing your decisions, your dreams. Sometimes the greatest obstacle might be our reluctance to follow the intuitive flow beyond the borders of our comfort zone. So these were my 5 spiritual truths that I learned the hard way, so you don't have to. In the next weeks, you're going to see some old videos that I recorded and edited and uploaded but didn't publish many months ago. So I'm finally gonna post them, and after that I'll be back with brand new content, so stay tuned. Also, you definitely don't want to miss the goodie I created for you, a 30-minute guided meditation with energetic self-help. The link is gonna drop in my upcoming video celebrating 7 years of daily energetic self-help. So you want to make sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and check out the video when it's uploading so that you get the chance to engage in the magical energetic practice that has changed my life. Thanks for watching. That's it for today. So let me know in the comments which spiritual truth you resonated with most. This video is related to the awakening to the conscious self. If you want to know more about the 4 different types of awakenings and how to experience them in your life occasionally, visit me at occasionallyawake.com to inspire your awakenings. Bye for now.